RP Future Millionaire. It's Wednesday, January 4th, 2023 at 9:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And before we go any further, I want to thank Tanya for sharing this with me. And I wanted to share this and read this to everybody. It's a little information on analysis of blockchain-based Ripple and Swift. So I want everybody to listen to this real quick. Abstract. Blockchain is one of the modern new edge technologies capable of transforming the traditional financial system, especially in the financial industry. Cross-border money transfer is one of the big challenges in terms of security, costs, and other regulatory issues. Presently, the most popular international money transfer system is SWIFT in the financial sector. Ripple is one of the upcoming payment networks for cross-border payment systems based on blockchain technology and uses its own cryptocurrency called XRP. This paper highlights the implementation challenges of SWIFT and Ripple networks. It also underlines the features of whether the blockchain-based application can transform the existing traditional payment system and how the new proposed system works. The paper has also explained how the proposed system has some advantages over the traditional system. Still, SWIFT is the market leader in remitting money for cross-border payments. On the other hand, the Ripple network is an emerging technology that may contribute a lot to cross-border payment in the financial industry in the near future. So before we go into the introduction, I want to read something real quick. So the comparison between Swift and Ripple networks so that we can see what they end up doing. So actually, we'll go to that in order. So let's read this introduction real quick. Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, SWIFT, was funded in 1973, where participants were 239 banks in 15 countries. In the year 2021, SWIFT has been processed an average of 42.5 million messages per day. Before implementing the SWIFT service for cross-border payments, the remittance system called Telex was used in the financial industry. SWIFT introduced the standard fixed size code called SWIFT code, through which the remittance operation has become user-friendly and more authentic. Most of banks are using SWIFT across the globe. The telex machine is very similar to the typewriter machine that is connected to the printer, where the data is transmitted from the telex machine to another telex machine through a telephone circuit. The telex system was used for domestic as well as international money transfer purposes. The free-form message formats were used by the latex machine. Though SWIFT is very popular, there are still huge liquidity and credit risks that exist in the SWIFT network and financial institutes. Another remarkable drawback is a third-party dependency, which may accelerate the fraudulent activity. Clearing settlement or reconciliation unit needs to maintain separately in both ends, sender and receiver institute. On the other hand, the Ripple network has been developed based on blockchain technology, which eliminates the intermediary between the sender and receiver banks. The sender bank can make the cross-border payment directly to the beneficiary's bank account without any delay. The blockchain application system maintains the authenticity of the payment by using distributed ledger technology, and the transaction process is completed by using their own digital token or cryptocurrency. Here, Ripple is using their own digital currency called XRP. So right there, on facts alone, XRP, Ripple, I mean, it's right out here in front of us, everybody. It really is. You just got to pay attention. And then this is from the Asian Journal of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. So the investors are worried before investing the money in XRP. Properly addressing cybersecurity is another notable concern of this currency. So a comparison between SWIFT and Ripple network. Mode of operation, exchange of data, and exchange of value. SWIFT versus Ripple. Transaction capability. SWIFT can handle up to 1,000 transactions per second. Ripple network is capable of handling up to 1,500 transactions per second. So, I mean, right there on face value, that's a 33% more transactions that can be handled per second. Members, more than 11,000 members and institutions, more than 100 member banks. Take that for what it's worth. Intermediary for SWIFT works like an intermediary between sender and receiver institutes. Ripple intermediary is not required. The sender bank can pay directly to the beneficiary's bank account. Currency handle. All types of currency are supported by SWIFT. For Ripple, support only own cryptocurrency called XRP, which can be converted conversely into any native currency. Controlling authority. Controlled by regulators and central banks of the respective countries is SWIFT. controlled by the vendor itself, not controlled by central banks and regulators. For Ripple, the consensus protocol for SWIFT, no consensus protocol is used in SWIFT. The consensus protocol is a mandatory requirement to initiate any transactions for Ripple. Platform size, biggest payment platform for cross-border payment in the financial industry is SWIFT, and for Ripple, it's at the initial stage. Payment settlement process. The payment settlement process is complicated and lengthy for SWIFT. Ripple Network supports the real-time payment settlement process for Ripple. Seems to be at leaps and bounds ahead. Network speed. Transaction completion time from sender to receiver is comparably slower than Ripple Network. And for Ripple, due to the real-time nature of payment, the transaction can be completed within a few seconds. So it really feels like SWIFT is leaps and bounds behind, even though being in charge for decades. So the conclusion, the traditional method for cross-border payment SWIFT is much slower than the blockchain-based Ripple network. The payment settlement process is very complicated and high-risk bearing system in SWIFT. On the other hand, the transactions and payment settlement process is completed together on a real-time basis. Though SWIFT is the leader of the remittance market in financial sectors, especially for cross-border payments, Ripple will dominate the payment industry within a short period. Ripple networks support the cryptocurrency distributed ledger using cryptographic digital signature and highly secure technological platform which supports pay directly from sender to beneficiary's bank account. But SWIFT does not support the distributed ledger and cryptocurrency, which leads to slow the payment process. Transaction turns around the support 24/7 with low transactional costs and Ripple network. The Ripple network is developed based on the new technology that will bring a new dimension, especially for the cross-border payment and financial industries. So, very, very valuable information. And again, this is just another reason why Ripple, the native token XRP, in its infancy stages still, ladies and gentlemen. And when you decide to buy, understand what you hold, because when you buy it, it should be at a time when you never want to sell it again, and you never even have to consider selling it again. Make no mistake about it, we're on the precipice of history here, and just be thankful that we've all found each other when we did.